What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us 865-658-5824. Join alongside Emilio in Tennessee. We got Tim in Green Bay here for a Chalk Talk Tuesday, ready to break down the tape from the Houston Texans game there as the Packers get a huge win, 24-22 at Lambeau. Before we get kicked off here, though, let's get some housekeeping out of the way and give a good shout out to the folks over at Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access Live. Wisconsin-based since 92, specializing in Packers tickets. They're Wisconsin's largest ticket source with offices next to Lambeau and in the great city of Milwaukee. Click on the link in the video description. That'll send you to theticketking.com where you can register for free as a customer and go ahead and start shopping for those Packers tickets. Again, that's Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access Live. A little bit of news here today, guys, and listen, it's nothing like over the top. I think we all know what this means. Matt Schneidman tweeted out, Packers released fullback Andrew Beck. He was out of game day elevation, so they already used his 3 game day elevations. So I think we would all agree nothing else has changed on the roster. Obviously, Luke Musgrave's still on IR, right? So what this probably means is cut him, let him clear waivers, put him right back on the practice squad to start over, correct?
Yep.
I just want to make sure I wasn't overlooking anything there. Who was it we talked about yesterday? The long snapper, right? Has anybody heard anything? Anybody heard anything about that yet?
I'm assuming he'd be back on the team pretty soon. I don't know if we can confirm that, but I think they're just shuffling guys around. And I think the whole, you look at the fullback situation, that's clearly an option with Musgrave being down and us kind of loading up in the tight end room. Maybe adding a fullback to this LaFleur offense was kind of a good idea. And they're probably just shuffling things around right now, I think, going towards the future. Hopefully Musgrave is back sooner than later, but we don't really know.
Yeah, good point. All right, you guys ready to do this?
Ready.
You seen that mullet? You seen the mullet challenge guy on Instagram or whatever, where he says, "Do it." You know what I'm talking about? You guys seen that video? Man,
the mullet challenge guy.
We gotta get that sound drop, man. Yeah, there's this little interesting feller that has got a mullet and he's challenged everybody to a mullet swing. So
anyway. Is it this guy?
You call me anything you want, but don't call me that.
You gotta have a stronger mullet than that cat, man.
Yeah, he's got the starter mullet. His training wheels mullet.
Got the starter mullet, but he's on his way to this right here. I promise you. It's right around the corner. Got to get that mustache thickened up. All right, let's do it. Let's go Chalk Talk. Week 7, Houston Texans at Lambeau Field. So we're going to pick up here right off the bat. First quarter, 12:59 left. Jordan Love throws an interception, right? And we go, all right, we got that out of the way. Hopefully that's the only one, right? And then, of course, it wasn't. Houston goes on to kick a field goal, converts that into 3 points. Then the Packers get the ball back, and they punt. All right, so we're going to pick up right there. This is first quarter, 5:57 left, 3rd and 6 play at Green Bay's 36. So they're marching right here, man. They are marching. They're in field goal range, trying to get a few extra yards. And this is one of the best plays of the day, in my opinion, man. This is the nickel 4-2-5 double barrel sugar Tampa 2 TE right 91 drop, and we're going strong fire on this play. So what I'm going to do, if I can remember this whole show when we do defensive plays, we're going to do the pass rushers in red and the coverage in blue. Okay, let's talk about what all this means. Nickel 2-4-5. Obviously, you got a bunch of guys on the line of scrimmage here. That's that double barrel look. Real simple. Double barrel means you've got both of the linebackers in the A gap right there, okay? So they're showing blitz in the A gap. Now, Tampa 2, this is actually going to be Tampa 2 invert or invert Tampa 2, all right? So what's going to happen is this single high safety is going to drop over or drop back, and he's going to cover deep half, all right? This corner, what makes an invert, he's covering deep half from a cornerback position as opposed to a safety. So everyone else is kind of I've already screwed it up here. Look at me. There we go. It didn't take long for
Here's
that.
the guy.
Wasn't going to say anything. I was going to let him do
it. And then you got Jai's just going to kind of sit in this underneath zone. All right. So with these two muggers, what they're doing, guys, they're actually dropping into coverage. Okay. The 91 drop is real simple. That's Preston dropping into coverage as well. And then, of course, 20 is going to slide over and drop into coverage. So you got 4 underneath, 2 up top. And what Quay's going to do here is Quay's going to put eyes on this number 2 that's in motion. So as he motions over, Quay's going to lock onto him. And if he goes vert, that becomes match for Quay, which turns in to Tampa 2. And he does try to hit the seam. I think he turns it into a dig, and you see Quay play over-the-top technique, protecting the seam there. All right, so we're going to roll it just a touch here, get him in place. There you see he's now the number – that's going to be your number 2. So your inside receiver there is actually going to be your number 2. All right, so there's your coverage. What we're talking about with the blitz aspect here, we're going TE right. So on the right side of the defensive line, they're going to do a TE. First letter's T for tackle. They're going first. Okay, so they're going to press here. It might have been Kenny on this, I believe. The E aspect when a TE stunt and when you're going TE right, Rashawn Gary is going to come around and attack the A gap. Okay, and then on this side of the field, what you've got is our boy Preston Smith dropping into coverage. So Kobe Wooden is going to press, and he's just going to kind of play contain here. Okay. And what you're going to notice with Kenny is he engages as he doesn't get too aggressive either. What you're setting yourself up for is what we call strong fire. It's a strong safety blitz here. The reason he's the strong safety, the tight end is on that side of the field. So he would be the strong safety. That would make our boy Evan Williams the free safety, okay? And he's going to fire off the edge here for the sack, okay? Again, nickel 4-2-5, double barrel sugar, Tampa 2, TE right, 91 drop strong fire. This is on 3rd and 6 in the first quarter. 5:57 left. Let's roll that beautiful beam footage. Great jump off the line. I want you to really key in on a couple of people here, though. Watch how Gary rushes the quarterback. Watch how Rashawn Gary rushes the quarterback, and watch how Kobe Wooden rushes the quarterback. You've only got 4 rushing the quarterback, but technically there's 1 that's being aggressive, and that's our boy Xavier McKinney. This is all by design. As they bail those guys out, right? Notice how nobody is getting crazy aggressive here, right? Everyone's kind of holding their integrity. He's waiting for CJ. Kobe Wooden's waiting for CJ to roll right. If he does, he's going to have that contained. Gary is guarding that A gap. If he tries to step up in the A gap, then he's going to push that A gap right into the lap. And Kenny is keeping an eye over here. And the beautiful thing is CJ Stroud never even seen 29 coming, and bang, there it is. You're going to really see it on this end zone cam, and I want you guys to take over here. Tell me what you're seeing. But notice how when they rush, man, they are not trying to get after the quarterback. They've all got their assignment. They know what their assignment is, right? Again, in blue, going to drop into coverage. He's bailing out over here, deep, okay, underneath, Tampa 2, up top. And then with the blitz, once again, it's, Kenny is going to press. He's going to roll around and set up shop here. Gary is. And then Wooden is going to press to the outside. And, of course, you're going to see Xavier McKinney coming off the edge. Talk to me here, fellas. What do you think about this play? Beautiful play call. Look at how they're just kind of up.
So the first thing I see is 86. Is that Schultz?
Yep.
Has nobody to block because of how Rashawn is shading over. Mm-hmm. And brilliant play call because number 3 is that Dell, the receiver. Doesn't even have an opportunity to chip on X because he's running a route. He's got route responsibility on this play. So this is just – those are the 2 things that stood out to me is right there on the left side of the line, those guys are basically out of the play, and X gets home. You got to love it.
And, Emilio, the other thing too, man, this is how you combat them chipping Rashawn Gary. I know there's some people that still refuse to believe that Rashawn Gary's getting chipped like 3rd most in the league. You could tell the tight end was there to chip, and Gary just runs straight to the A gap. That's how you talk about gaining a hat everywhere on this play, man.
Right. Yeah, no, that's exactly what they were doing. And what I liked was Quay even was paying attention that when it was Stephon coming across, he was still able to eye up that it didn't end up being Diggs on that dig route. So that he was even able to see that stat guy come in and was able to pick that up, which was smooth. I like the transition.
Yeah, now watch again. Look at Kenny. Does that look like Kenny's trying to get to the quarterback right there, guys?
Nope. Just occupying blockers. That's all he's doing.
Does it look like Rashawn's trying to get to the quarterback?
Nope.
What about Kobe? Nope. I guarantee you PFF went negative grade. Guarantee it. So,
but we look at this and we know that this is exactly what Hafley wanted. The whole point of this call was to get X home. That's the guy that's supposed to hit the quarterback, and that's the guy who hit the quarterback.
Bingo. That's it, man. You got it. So Jeff Hafley, man, again, marrying up the coverage with the with the pressure, it's absolutely huge. That gets you out of a bit of a bind there with that early interception, obviously. So, again, that was in the first quarter on a 3rd and 6. That knocked them out of field goal range. So you took 3 points off the board, potentially 3 points off the board for the Texans there. Now, let's fast forward. First quarter, 3:53 left, 1st and 10 play from their own 23-yard line. This is a Josh Jacobs 13-yard run. All right, and let's talk about what the play call is. We got 12 ace, strong right, Z-jet, 24 zone. All right, and what all that means is your Z. How do you identify your Z? You've got your X. If it's a balanced set, okay, if you've got a balanced set of tight ends or you've even got 2 tight ends, okay, your Z always lines up on the tight end side. If this was a balanced set and one of those tight ends were there, then you would go with who's on the line of scrimmage. That's how you identify your X receiver up top, okay? So he's your X, and this right here would be your Z. Now, LaFleur may refer to him as F as the flyer, right? That could be the case too. But Z-jet, they're going to fake a little jet sweep here, and that's going to get some eyes in the backfield, obviously, and we're going to go 24 zone. Again, the first number would be a 2, which is the halfback. So obviously the halfback in on this play in this ace set. So it's going to be 2, and then even numbers are to the right. So A gap right would be 2, B gap right would be 4. So I think this is a zone right run designed for the B gap. There's the center, so there's your A, there's your B, that would be your 4 hole. Now, whether he decides to hit that 4 hole or not, that's on him. I think that's where it's designed to go. Let's roll the tape here, though. Again, watch the motion here. Look at you see all 4 of those guys, all of them across the board.
That's
Notice
Christian Watson in motion. That's why.
Yep, exactly. Look at this, all of them. Shift over. Now you got a half a hat, right? Look at the hat count on the right side, Emilio, when you're talking about a B gap run here, man.
I love it.
Yeah, you are in total control. They're playing an under front with a spur safety is basically what they're doing. And you see Josh Jacobs just cut it upfield and get busy, man.
And it was big because we talked about it beforehand. That Texans O-line was really good at getting to that second level. I think our O-line did a good job here, definitely getting on your double quick and then getting up to that second level before Jacobs passes you. Because but you saw right there, roll that back 2 seconds. You saw all 3 of those shift. You gained 2 gaps right there.
Yep.
As after they came across. So that's huge right there.
Yeah, so if you stayed with this run, what Emilio's talking about, let's do a hat count right down the middle of the field, okay? If we did a hat count, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Mm-hmm. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as we take it off, we're losing 1, but look at what we're gaining. Now we're the B gap where we're attacking right here. Look who's out of that zone. This guy is now a half a hat over, a half a gap over. And this guy's completely out of the play now.
Right, which helps Josh be able to climb to that second level and get up to him. If he didn't have that, Josh would have had to come over almost across the tackle to make that reach block.
Yeah, and you want to know why Josh
subtle jump cut from him there too, right after he takes the handoff. I love it.
He's unbelievable at that, man. It's just the little things. And we talked about Josh Myers getting a pretty good grade. I think he graded out in the 60s as far as run blocking. Watch him on this play. Like you said, out that second leg, that's a beaut. That's how it's done, Josh.
Yep.
Great job. Now, watch our rookie here at right guard, Jordan Morgan. Watch what he does to 93. Boy, just get on the ground. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, man. Mm-hmm. There's your first explosive of the day for the Green Bay Packers. A 13-yard gain there by Josh Jacobs. Houston is leading 3-0. All right, so Packers are obviously driving. So let's see. I think that might have – it's later in this drive. Second quarter, 13-16 left, 3rd and 4 play at Houston's 14-yard line. This is the Tucker Kraft 14-yard touchdown, and this is, man, what a blast this was to dissect. We're going 11-gun, Trey Wright, Tay Wicks snitch. We'll talk about what that means, and he's going to go check. Let's get to the Tay Wicks snitch real quick, okay? And again, Trey Wright, real simple. 3 targets to the right, one of which is a tight end. That makes it Trey instead of trips. Okay, so you're going Trey Wright, 11 gun, 1 running back, 1 tight end, equaling 3 wide receivers. Those receivers are these cats right here. This is another example of what we talked about with Tay Wicks, right? Opposite the tight end, you got Tay Wicks. He's playing boundary X right now. And I don't even know where Dobby is. If that's Dobby there, then he's playing the Z most likely. So what we were talking about, them mixing and matching, you've seen it all year last year, man, where Romeo was playing boundary X. So they're definitely moving him around since everything that kind of happened. But anyway, let's talk about the Tay Wicks snitch. All right. What are you talking about, Clayton? He's going to cheat motion out here, and he's just going to come right back. It's going to be a little zipper motion. He's going to come right back. And what he's doing is he's identifying for Jordan as they do that Tay Wicks. He's snitching on the defense is the whole term there, okay? He's going to get the defense to tell them that they're in man coverage, or at least pretend like they're in man coverage. He's trying to gather information. Is there a match technique if they are in zone? Because I think it ended up being maybe cover 2 zone. But that cheat there is going to give Jordan Love a little bit of information. You see right there, okay, that's at least match. He's got to be in position to match if it is some kind of cover 2 match. Now watch him. Check. He's going to, okay, coming right back. All right, we know what we got now. Let's go ahead and change this thing up. Now he looks to the boundary X first. All right, first he gives them a little signal over there, and then he looks at the boundary X. I'm pretty sure what he told the boundary X is keep your route on, which is going to be X post corner. So the play is 11 gun, Trey right, okay, T weak, X post corner, Y post, wrap, T safe. So at the post corner, he's going to hit him with a little post and then come back outside, okay? And you're looking to create an isolation play there potentially, but again,
because it also hangs up that left safety there, that near side safety, because he's working the post, that safety has to honor him for a second.
And that probably gave you the 2.5 centimeters you needed to complete this pass, to be honest with you, man. So Y post, Tucker's your Y. He's just going to work inside here and run kind of a skinny post. Then you've got wrap. Wrap concept's real simple. Going to run a curl and then a dig around. He's going to wrap around the curl. And then the T is staying safe. So he's just going to stay in here and block. So you got a 6-man protection in case they fire on you. All right. The rest is all Jordan Love, man, on this 3rd and 4 play. Watch him turn this thing loose. This is one of his best throws that I've seen so far in his young career, man, because he just rips that thing. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So let's see if it ended up being man or zone. Let's see if we could pick it up. Look at the X. Definitely man out there, right? Could have been – that looks like it's that's quarter zone match, isn't it? Is that what you're seeing, Emilio?
Yeah, I was going to say either quarters or like a cover 6, just because that's the near side safety and the near side corner carry, but that top side corner sits almost on like a cover 6 hard flats on that side, and then over the 2 side, and then the 6 over on the near side. Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, and again, just ripping it. Let's go back. We're going to get a end zone cam too, but I just want y'all to watch how comfortable Jordan Love looks in the pocket right here, man. Just a quick little 1, 2, 3, bang, hammer that thing home. God, what a throw, man. This is the best angle here, too. This is clean as a whistle. All right, Jordan, there's your little snitch. All right, cool, got it. Now, all right, we gathered a little intel. You've seen the safety back pedal, too. Did you notice that? He went back, and now he's coming back up. So Jordan going ahead and changing it up. Pointing to the hand, everybody relaying the message. Tucker said, I'm going to go out here and steal this Mountain Dew from a baby. Look at him set up here. He just rips that thing, dude. God, that's unbelievable, man. I can't get over it. Let's go 25%. Look how close.
That's a laser beam.
And Tucker catching the damn football. How does he catch this ball, man?
On his fingertips.
Tuck Norris doesn't drop footballs. He catches footballs.
Exactly. That's exactly correct.
Did you see Kalen Bullock was he was tweeting at somebody, ML football, somebody, went right through my hands, and then somebody quoted him and said, "How about this one?" It was the one where Tay Wicks beat him on the street on the sideline.
Boom, roasted.
You have a response to that or not?
No,
he got busy. He put his phone down. He got busy. I got you.
He said,
my knee.
From last week, wasn't it? Remember the guy last week that magically got hurt when he got burnt? It's like, I gotta get off the field here.
Yeah, need oxygen, coach. Let me get one.
Exactly.
Oh, we're gonna give him some.
All right, so here we are. Next play, second quarter, 12:48 left, 3rd and 9 play from their own 31, and Green Bay is leading 7-3. It's Houston ball. This is a Rashawn Gary pressure on 3rd down to force the punt. Correct me if I'm seeing something wrong here, Emilio, but I believe this is a dime set. It looks like dime to me. I'm going to explain why. We talk about nickel 4-2-5 with dime 4-1-6. This is what I'm counting as far as DBs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then in the blue is your only backer, all right? And then, of course, you've got your 4 defensive linemen there. Some of them standing up, some of them not. So this was actually a dime look, and you can tell they've got a running back out there. They've got a tight end, right? So I guess there's a chance they're in a 3 wide receiver set somehow. I don't know. But nonetheless, they got Dalton Schultz flexed out, so I guess they're treating him like a wide receiver. But 3rd and 9, Hafley said, screw it, let's go to the dime set. I love it, man. Get all those DBs on the field. It seems to be the strength of the defense. And here's the play call. We're going to go – let's see if I can remember to do this right again. We're going to go dime 4-1-6, overload left. You guys know what that means. You got 3 rushers on one side, 1 rusher on the other, okay? Overload left, TE stunt, linebacker fire, cover 1 bracket. So they're going to bracket Stephon Diggs on this play. We're in a cover 1 look, but what's going to happen is you're going to see our boy Evan Williams put eyes in here on Stephon Diggs and bracket cover him. So they're going to have trail technique on him with over-the-top bracket from Evan Williams on him. Now, when we talk in the TE stunt, you guys know what that is. Well, I think this is the play, too, where Gary comes all the way across the formation. So both of these defensive linemen, right, they come in. Gary is going to loop all the way around, okay? And this defender is going to kind of come in on the inside shoulder of Stroud as he goes to Bell. I think this guy's firing, too, if I remember correctly. So with your cover 1 man, unless you got some kind of switch release here, man, this is going to be deep safety. This is going to be, like we said, bracket coverage. I think that's him right there, Stephon Diggs. So he's going to bracket him once he gets out to this point. So he's kind of playing like a cover 1 robber, but he just kind of drops it and just stays with Diggs. So they kind of bracket him.
I feel like that was probably his responsibility, like you said, cover 1 robber, and then we're getting you into the bracket or double that number 1 or who we think is going to be number 1 look on this third down, and which is great. Why not stop Stephon Diggs, who's been crushing people on converting first downs and just double them up.
Yeah, for sure, man. So that's the play call. Dime 4-1-6, overload left, TE stunt, linebacker fire, cover 1 bracket on Diggs. Key in on our boy Evan Williams up top. They're showing Shell. Now look at him. He's just looking. His eyes the whole time are on Diggs. Now you're going to notice Keyshawn is going to give him inside. He's not going to let him outside. So he's going to funnel him towards Evan Williams here in the middle. Now look at Evan. Going to pick him up, take that crosser away. You could tell this was designed to get the ball here. And Stephon Diggs is completely covered. And you've got our boy Xavier McKinney got eyes on him too. So they force him to play left-handed, no doubt. We're going to go to the end zone cam here. And, Tim, look at this stunt that we're talking about, man. Look how much ground Rashawn Gary covers on this play, man. And, again, this is what Hafley's going to continue to do if they try to chip him. But in this case, right, you've got these 2 guys are going to engage, and Eric Wilson's going to get in here and try to get nasty in the middle. And Igbare going to come in on the inside shoulder of the quarterback as he scrambles out. And you're going to see Rashawn Gary work all the way across the field and end up getting the pressure. This is one of Rashawn Gary's 7 pressures. He led the Packers in pressures on Sunday. And look at him. He knows right there, I got to stay outside, right? Beautiful job.
It's so big. We talked about that last night. So huge that he stayed on the outside. I mean, Bart there didn't get sucked into trying to collapse the pocket.
Yep. When you start to watch tape like this, you start to understand less and less why people are, some of the fan base is kind of split down the middle on Rashawn Gary's output this year. And I see stuff like this, and it's just like, this is him doing exactly what he's being asked to do. He could have stabbed to the inside there and washed himself right out of that play. Mm-hmm. And then Stroud's probably going to tuck and run or maybe possibly get a completion. So, I mean, this is just phenomenal work. Really by everybody on that defensive front.
Yes. Second that, Tim. Look at LVN here. Goes out of his way to engage the right guard and then drive up into the right tackle. It takes 2 just for the fun of it. You know what I mean?
And look at his goal too. He's not really like getting after the quarterback. Watch, he's gonna take away that rush lane on the outside.
I'm occupying 2 people. 4 arms are blocking me right now, and I'm containing the quarterback on the wide side of the field. Yep. That's a win, no? I mean, I feel like that's a W for LVN there.
My 70 is a centerfold. Look at this guy, right? What is this? What's he doing on the ground? He having a picnic? How'd he end up down there?
Said,
yeah, they got him.
It's a nice shoes, Kenny. Nice shoes.
Kenny just slung him down. Kenny could have got called for holding too. I love it. Look at him. He got a mother shoulder pad right there. We didn't see nothing. Oh, my God. Great. What a play call, though, man. Hafley, again, just marrying everything up together, nothing down the field. You bracket cover digs. What a great play call. Absolutely awesome. So, again, that was a 3rd and 9 play from their own 31. Guess what? That forced a punt, right?
Yep.
Now, let's cover the negative real quick. All right. And I think this is the only negative play I actually show on this Chalk Talk. This is the punt muff. And I want everyone to contribute here because I want to know what you guys think. Whose fault was it? All right. And this is obviously Ballantyne and Nixon here. I think there's enough blame to go around, but you can see as the ball's punted, you got Ballantyne sprinting down the field. Right here is what worries me. It's like, he did get turned around. Initially, I thought Ballantyne was still had his back to the I guess the defenders, you should say, the punt team, but he didn't. He actually got squared away. So after watching it, I'm with Tim on this. It's on Nixon for waiting to the last freaking second, right?
Yep.
Like you got to make that decision a lot sooner.
Look where the ball's hitting the ground too.
Yeah,
like go back. What the ball hit at like the 19-yard line?
Yeah, something like, let's see, kind of hard to see with that zoomed out cam. But yeah, it looks like it's probably roughly the 19, the 18-yard line, something like that. Yeah, right at the 20.
So it's not like it hit on the 9 and we're thinking, okay, it's inside the 10, let it hit and let it drop or whatever. Right. You're damn near at the 20-yard line, man. You got to run up there and be a boss and field that punt. Even if you get smacked as soon as you catch that ball, you've got to field that punt in this situation. You just have to.
Yeah, definitely. Amelia, what are you thinking, man? Here, and we'll keep on. We'll go to the box.
Yeah. I think that's got to be a poison call by the time they hit the 30.
Yep.
Explain what you mean by that.
If you're not going to field it, if you don't want to touch it, if you're worried about catching it, it's too rainy, windy, you lost it in the sun, you yell poison, and then you're running to the sideline. I don't even want you on the field. You can head to the locker room. You can go anywhere but.
Yep. Go get you some cheese curds, grab a soda.
Right now, you should all be leaving. If you're you're leaving, I need everybody gone right now. But look, I didn't hate the lane, though. Like, this is not an ugly lane for him. Right. If he had caught this, you take one step up, break left there. I mean, you got a shot.
And this is what I was talking about, too. Like, look at Ballantyne here. He's just kind of sprinting towards the kick returner, you know? Like you're already beat. Now you're making it worse. See what I'm saying? So
right.
He puts himself in a rough spot. But
I see what he was trying to do. I mean, he's trying to get spun around, get him hooked around so that he's on the right side of it. Because if they got that set up, it looked like the wall was trying to come around the right side. But
I love that you called it poison too, because my era, we hollered Peter, right? That was what we hollered. And some people are going, I don't get it. Good. It's good that you don't get it, but it was different times back then. Okay. But yeah, so obviously it hits Ballantyne. It's a tough play all the way around, but again, you got to make that decision a lot sooner if you're Keyshawn Nixon, I believe. That's what I'm coming up with. So, all right. So again, that's I don't know my boy there with the pistols there. That's pretty cool. So obviously that was a huge play. With the muff punt that led to the Houston Texans scoring a touchdown. So now that made it Houston up 10-3. All right. Also, before this play, Jaden Reed draws a pass interference. I know Jaden Reed didn't pop up in the stat column. There was 2 different times, though, he drew penalties on the defense, one of which was a 30-yard pass interference call. So you can't negate the importance of that play there when you gain a chunk of yards in 30 because you draw a pass interference call. Listen, he's dangerous, and everybody in the league knows it, and he's starting to kind of garner some of that extra attention. So here we are, second quarter, 8:51 left, 2nd and 10 play at Houston's 30. This is the Tay Wicks 30-yard touchdown. Houston is leading 10-3 at this moment. Here's the play call. We've got 11 gun dubs, Y flex left, T weak, all go, T stab. All right. And if I understood correctly, they thought they caught too many on the field or got on there late, so they just called an all go. Is if I heard correctly. This is what we mean by the play call, though. Let's start off with the 11 gun. One running back, one tight end. That's 11. They're in the gun. When we say dubs, real simple, it means it's a 2-by-2 set, not including the running back. The T is on the weak side of the formation. You're strong left, and you are Y flex. So he's flexed here in the left slot is Tucker Kraft, okay? When we say all go, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be go route, go route, go route, go route, all right? That's going to be the play call. And then a T stab, a stab route from the running back is real simple. You're just going to come down here and run a quick hook in the middle, okay? So you're trying to stretch the defense up the field, and then you can hit that stab if you need to underneath if they clear out too much. Now, the beautiful thing about this play is Love could have gone here with the ball or to Wicks, but they cook. He's going to go to Wicks down here on the this is actually the field side on this play. So here you got Romeo playing boundary X, and you've got our boy Tay Wicks actually playing Z on this formation. So they did mix and match on Sunday. Here's a play or the snap. Good protection, beautiful ball by Jordan. I mean, right on the money. Tay Wicks, great job staying in bounds there too.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, we've been asking for him to step up. Everybody's worried about his hands. I think it just depends on the week. It's a week-by-week league. Jordan catches him early, looks right, and just sends it. And you have to have Tucker running that vertical there, or else the safety doesn't hold long enough to make that drop.
Exactly. So what Emilio's talking about is you got that other vert just off screen that's going to hold the safety here that gives the space that Tay needs on the outside to hammer that in.
Held him on the hash just long enough.
Yeah. If you pay attention too, you can see the mock is actually trying to tell the safety, I'm going to take the seam, you cheat over. But he gets the information a little too late. Watch the mock right here. See him right there. See him pointing up with the thumb. Get back, get back, get back. He's trying to tell him, like, you take that deep quarter, I'll take the middle. And it's just too late. It's over. That ball, you can't – Tim, look at the placement of this football, bro. You can't throw that any better, man. Look at that. Oh, unbelievable. You're muted, brother.
Muted, Tim.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good,
look at the concentration by Wicks on this one, too. There ain't no way he's dropping this one.
Nah.
I love it. And, yeah, an absolute dime piece from Jordan Love. For sure.
Late hands too, Tim. Like he had him kind of sitting there, but then he kind of opened it up last second. But then you see the dude's arm shoot up trying to block it.
Yep. And it's easy to have late hands as a receiver when your quarterback's throwing dimes all day, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just a beautiful touchdown there. Obviously, like we said, came in the second quarter. Now that leads to obviously the Green Bay touchdown there. And let's see, you're going to get a Houston field goal, okay, which leads to Green Bay still leading 14-13. Jordan Love throws another interception. Green Bay still leading 14-13, but that Love interception leads to a Houston touchdown run where they take the lead 19-14. All right, so now we're going to fast forward. This is really the difference in the game here, and I'm not saying it's the most important play. There's a handful of plays you can look at and go, if that doesn't happen, the Packers lose. This is one of those handful of plays. There's no doubt about it.
Clay, I got you. Real quick, TC fan gave us a super chat earlier. I just wanted to hit it real fast, and then maybe we could touch it up after the Chalk Talk. He just said, sorry, I know this is Chalk Talk, but I was thinking today about what a Romeo Doubs contract would look like. I feel like he's going to want to be paid this offseason. So maybe we can dive into that right after Chalk Talk. I just didn't want to let it slide by.
No, absolutely. Yeah, remind me of that when we get to the other side for sure. Because I will forget. There's no doubt. But thank you so much, TC fan. Thank you for the super chat, pal. We appreciate it. All right, so this is the 2-point try. All right, this is second quarter, 1:13 left in the second quarter. So obviously you're right in the middle eight. They're going to go for two here, and it's at Green Bay's 2-yard line. This is the Evan Williams run stuff. Houston is leading 19-14. At this point, we come out in a 4-3, 31-13 cover zero, and we'll explain what all that means. The defensive line technique is a 3-tech, 1-tech, 1-tech, 3-tech. So they're really sandwiched in there, and you just went with your 4-3 approach where you've got basically 3 linebackers, 4 defensive linemen, and your normal 4 DBs in the backfield, okay? And this is cover 0, real simple. Man coverage, right? Man coverage, probably man coverage here, more of a green dog blitz. Man, and then I'm sure there's someone off the field. Or is there? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Nope, that's everybody. So everybody's in man coverage. It's real simple. Actually, that's your man coverage there. All right. Now, what you're going to notice with Evan Williams, they're going to bring a little eye candy over here, okay? I'm going to bring him over. Look at Evan Williams shoot his shot. So they're kind of – everyone's bending in. They're slanting in, and it's almost like a pre-snap sift to try to seal it. And what they're looking to do is hit this gap right here. The problem is Evan Williams is just waiting there licking his chops. Look at this.
Real similar to the patience that he had in that Cardinals game when he took out Murray on that option that he was trying to run.
Yep.
You see him just stay home and, like you said, shoot your gap, shoot your shot, and make the play.
Yeah. On top of that, can we just look at the drive our D-line got on that one?
I know, man.
I mean, I know they're trying to work, they're trying to work the zone. They're trying to get across, but we got 2 yards of push right there on the goal line. That's beautiful.
Huh? That ain't no problem.
That's a good eye, man. They really do. They pushed them back 2 yards. That's
huge.
That's what they need in those goal lines.
Look at TJ. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be doing this later, but right now all I do is move the line back."
So again, if you look at the run scheme, right, going to try to seal the edge. This guy's going to block down. Problem is Evan Williams is going to be patient, shoot his shot, right?
Yep.
God, what a play, man. And what's crazy is, like, you can see Mixon is thinking, oh, I'll bounce this out. And Evan is just so quick twitch, man. God, what a play, dude. Phenomenal play by the rookie. This dude's your starting safety, man. No doubt about it.
For sure.
Just every week he makes a play. I could watch this all day long, man.
And look the way he plays the inside out of his hip.
Yeah. Boom. That's what I'm saying. Like, to be able to cut back like that.
Little jump cut.
Still have the strength, right, to make the tackle.
You see how he shuffles? It's almost like a jump cut. He just boop and bam. Explodes back to the ball carrier. I love it.
Little respect on X right here. Look at him take on the double tight end team. Holds his ground, but
yeah, no, that's tough, man. That's over 300 pounds hitting you out there together, right?
Held him long enough. That's all he needed. And he took on 2, so Evan Williams could be free. We'll take it.
Yeah. They are fired up for Evan Williams too, man. Gotta love it, dude. So glad that guy's a Green Bay Packer. All right, so that run stuff obviously keeps 2 points off the board for Houston. Now let's fast forward. Third quarter, 13:37 left. 3rd and 5 play from their own 35-yard line. Houston is leading 19-14. This is the This is the Eric Wilson sack. All right, we're coming out in a nickel 4-2-5 double barrel sugar. That's Halfley's go-to here of lately, right? When we say double barrel sugar, both linebackers up here in the A gap, right? Double barrel sugar is going to be Tampa 2 match, mock fire twist. All right, 91 drop. So for the second play in the game, you're going to see Preston Smith drop into coverage again. All right, so he's occupying kind of that wide 7, that wide 9 look outside. The mock fire twist, basically it's going to be a twist in the middle where this guy, the mock is going to fire, they're going to twist off of it. So they're going to fire in, and then Eric Wilson is going to twist in the opposite direction to create a little bit of space there, okay? And with Tampa 2, I'm imagining that's going to be somewhat of a sugar in the middle. Who's playing Tampa here? Who is playing Tampa? Let's roll the tape here. I'm trying to remember who's playing Tampa. I'm almost positive it's – yeah, there it is. Okay,
no,
so it was. Yeah. So it is just – you're just blitzing one linebacker, and it's McDuffie that's going to be playing Tampa here. So, again, with this twist, what I meant by the twist is there's going to be a defensive lineman cross over. Yeah, there it is. So it's actually our boy Eric Wilson is going to lead the way and try to free it up for the defensive lineman. So he's going to cross over the face here, right, and try to free up Kenny to come inside. Tampa 2 down the seam, but there is going to be match technique with it. And then, of course, you've got cover 2 up top. You're going to have 4 defenders underneath.
And that Tampa 2 is an invert. You got X standing there on the line, which brings us all the way back to his blitz earlier in the game when he was up on the line. Give him that same look again. Keyshawn is now going to be your deep half on the wide side of the field. And, I mean, I just love how it all came back together, that you still got the eye candy of X right there on the line. Is he coming again? We got the back to his side now. You know, we could pick it up, something like that. But it's all just the little mind game. You're
right, too, man. This is the second time we've seen invert Tampa 2 in this game. And, again, normal Tampa 2, this safety is dropping deep half. He's underneath. You probably got someone else dropping underneath. Unless it's Tampa, you're going to take the seam, right? But what you're going to notice with invert to Keyshawn, the corner, is going to cover deep half along with the safety deep half, right? And again, Eric Wilson is just going to work in tandem with Kenny Clark, and he's going to be the one that hits home. Just kept on fighting through that double team, man. Great job there.
Like you said, this is another example of Coach Hafley, staying unpredictable, right? We pepper in Tampa 2 periodically. We've been doing it all year. Now we're going Tampa 2 invert. We mixing up zone and man coverages a lot and dialing up blitzes when we need them. I mean, Hafley's been in his bag since he got here. He really has.
Yep, definitely, man. And again, Tampa 2 there. You're going to see the other. So X is just going to kind of play this mid zone, isn't he, Emilio? Just kind of play.
Yeah, kind of hook curl flat maybe, and then kind of work to the outside, because I think he has outside responsibility.
Yeah. You seen Gary fought on a little chip there, coming off the edge, not getting too aggressive. Yeah. And look at him. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's not going after the quarterback. He's playing that contain to make sure if he gets loose, he's waiting on C.J. Stroud there off the other side. Colby, same thing.
Colby's doing exactly what LVN did on the last sack that we saw. Take up 4 hands blocking and just hold your contain on that side. That's all you got to do.
Definitely. So Hafley, man, just like we talk about dagger and some of these other concepts that our boy Matt LaFleur likes to run, Hafley's starting to show some of what he loves to run. He's a big Tampa 2 guy. I didn't have that on my bingo card back in February or January.
Because we've been running so much middle field close. You know what I mean? We've been running a bunch of cover 3, cover 1 man, and now it's just our numbers are fluctuating, which is nice. He's unpredictable.
Yeah. And Kenny just about hit home right there, man. And what's crazy is Kenny doesn't take the bait. He stays with his assignment. He's the one containing there when it comes to Stroud on the left.
Didn't even need to tackle him. Just hold the dude. He's not going.
If he's selling a hold right there, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Kenny just kind of staying with it. Maybe he's hoping for a flag there, but Wilson gets home. I love it.
Yeah. What's Gary? Gary, all right, fight through the chip. Here we go. Look, he's already got his hand up. Oh, yeah, we hit home. We're good.
3 people blocked Rashawn on that play.
Right. Yeah, right. But I know I don't care about the chips.
Yeah.
Who cares about the chips? Okay.
Heads up play, too, by Eric, not needing to slam them, not needing to do anything fancy. You got the 10-yard sack. Just get on to the next down.
Yep.
I want to know what the hell.
Right there.
I want to know what drunk knucklehead threw the balloon on the field is what I want to know.
Did
you guys notice that on the broadcast?
That's a spy balloon. They're trying to steal our plays.
Uh-oh.
The spy balloon has returned. Oh, my God. Oh, I love it. All right. So where the hell are we? This is how the show ends up sucking. See, I get sidetracked with a balloon on the field. Third quarter, 10-14 left. 1st and 10 play at Houston's 45-yard line. This is a Josh Jacobs 27-yard run. Houston is leading 19-14 here. The play call is 11 gun. What is it?
Are we splitting the show?
No, not tonight. You kidding me? We're not being responsible this evening. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, Emilio. Good call, Emilio. For those of you listening on the pod, we'll see you on the other side for hour 2. We appreciate y'all.
Hi, hour 2. How are you? Good to see
What's up, hour 2? Welcome back. All right. So the play call, 11 gun. Good job, Emilio. You're the man. I can't believe you, of all people, are the responsible one on this show. It's unbelievable. 11 gun, 118 pony, Y flex, F dummy right. It's going to be a fake pitch, 43 zone. So again, 11 gun, 118 pony, Y flex, F dummy right, 43 zone. You guys are going, what's the 4, Clayton? What's the 4? When you've got a 4 in the play call with a running play, it's your right halfback. So if you've got a split backfield. Now listen, we all know that our boy Jaden Reed is the flyer, right? So he most of the time you just call him the F. We're just going to show you a situation where if these were two running backs, that right halfback would represent the 4, okay? So it's 43 zone. He's actually going to cut back 44, and you'll see why here in a minute. The way this whole line moves to the left is really remarkable. So with the F dummy right, they're going to fake a pitch. So what's going to happen is Jaden Reed is going to dummy out and then do a little orbit, and they're going to fake the pitch to him, and these guys are really going to sell it. They're going to act like they're blocking over here, okay? And what's going to happen is it's going to be a 43 zone run. So again, 4, the right halfback, 3 would be the B gap left, okay? A gap's 1 because you're going odd numbers to the left. So it'd be A gap 1, B gap 3. So the run is designed right here. Now what you're going to notice is everybody blocking down, man. This is kind of that angle block, that traditional zone blocking scheme. Watch how far. It was designed for a 43 zone. He cuts it back to what would be a 44. All right. And what that 4 is would be the B gap, the outside of the guard's hip on this play. No, the outside of the tackle's hip. Look how far they move on this play. Watch the fake pitch. Right. And listen, I'm not saying anybody bought the sugar there, but that was the play that was designed right there. Was they were trying to get him to freeze with the little fake pitch, face swing, whatever you want to call it. And wait till you see the box cam, but I really want you to key in on it. Look at our boy Zach Tom still off that inside right there, man. Just
here's the guy.
You know, see him cut off of the guard. So it was the guard's hip. So that would have been 40, cut back 42, wasn't it, Emilio? Am I thinking right?
Looked like it.
Yes.
But beautiful, beautiful design. I mean, we talk about all the time, the running back's going to cross the face of the quarterback 90% of the time. But what's always possible and open is those cutback lanes. You just have to have a running back that's going to see it. And Josh Jacobs is very skilled at that.
Yeah. And the big thing here is Zach Tom, just just take a second and appreciate Zach Tom's footwork. All right. Watch Zach Tom's footwork. Inside square up, bang. Look at that lane. And again, look at the guard over here on this side, right? So this is your left guard. Okay. The only one that gets beat is Rasheed. Poor guy. He got beat like a drum. But you see everybody blocking over. This is your right guards all the way on this side of the field, and that cutback lane for Josh Jacobs. You could drive a truck to the Super Bowl. Do that thing. Look at that. And then again, making that just the body control, the lean here to make 44 or 35 miss. Is that 35?
Yeah. And I think what he did was roll that back a little bit more. He gets 35 to suck in. He gets 35 to come in at the gap. That's where Meyer is able to get a hand on him. Say, pass him off here. So then 35 is coming down. Whoop, then I put my foot in the ground, and I'm out of there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. So, again, he's going to put his foot in the ground like he's going to stay with the original
Right, I'm going. Oh, thank you.
And then right here, watch this lean. Just lean out just a touch, right?
Yep.
Make him miss. Now we're off to the races.
Good work by Nacho Libre on that play, too.
Yeah, look at Dobby up there, too. His guy didn't make the tackle, did he? Look at Dobbs. Dobbs still over selling the route. He's going to kick in and get a little something right there. So, great run there. What's that?
I said he said, I didn't do anything first down. I'm sorry.
Exactly. All right. So, again, that was a 27-yard run, another explosive. Houston still leads 19-14. Third quarter later, that drive, 7:25 left, second and goal play. This is at Houston's 8-yard line. This is the Josh Jacobs 8-yard touchdown catch on the screenplay. The play call is 11 gun, tray left, T-screen, solo G. All right. Now, you heard something on the telecast or on Football Night in America or something. What was you talking about the other night, Emilio?
It was on NBC Sunday night. They were talking, I think it was Jason Garrett. What did he say?
Bogart screen, right?
Bogart screen, yeah. And I was trying to figure out what he was talking about, but
yeah, ask me what I ate for dinner. I couldn't tell you, but I remember he said Bogart screen.
Yeah, exactly.
The way that works. Ask Mandy. She'll confirm that. So what we're going to do here is just a solo G. So the guard is going to be the only guy. You know, normally on a screen pass, the running back will kind of sit, and then he'll get out here. And when he gets out, you'll typically have – it might be the center get out. It might be the center and the guard. Or it might be, you might have the guard and the tackle get out here and the running back looking to get back in on the sidewalk on the screen, right? In this case, it's just going to be one guy. It's going to be Nacho Libre out here throwing a lead block. screen pass. And what I got just randomly playing? I got sound just automatically kicking on. Unbelievable. So what you're going to notice too is, I apologize, Greta. You're going to notice the guard gets out here and he doesn't even touch anybody. Like he don't block a damn person. And Jacob's just like, let me just get this back inside here for the tutter. So again, here comes the T screen, right? Love the call. Love screens, slip screens away from tray and trip sets. Man, you talking about getting yourself in isolation over there on the boundary side, on the X side. Phenomenal. There you see Tay Wicks and boundary X again. But look at the guard, just waiting. We're going to hammer this in here. Look at the guard. Jacob said, I'll do it myself.
And this is after they already tried to force it to Jacobs on a middle screen there the play before.
Yeah.
So love that Matt. They knew it. Matt talked about it in his interviews. They knew that record was going on and that they were conscientious of wanting to get it broken. So I'm happy that they did. But yeah, you said it right there. Ryan just kind of shuffles over 3 times. I'm eyeing you up, linebacker. If you come near me, I'm going to get you. And
and look, I mean, all that space in the middle, in the middle of the field is. I mean, look at this right here. Tim, you and I could have scored on this play. Look at all this space out here, bro.
Oh, yeah.
What a play call. Matt LaFleur, dude, in his bag.
I was screaming as soon as the ball was snapped. I was screaming at my wife, receiving touchdown.
There it is.
You could just see it develop.
Yeah. And the whole game, I'm screaming, run the ball. Once we got down there inside the 10, I'm going, throw that ball to Josh, please.
And can you just rewind it just 5 seconds there? I'm sorry. Just want to mention here our GOAT, the Tucker Kraft. Just go ahead and play it from here. As Jacobs is going in to score, Tucker Kraft was talking about this in his interview. He saw that. He goes, I don't know what Jacobs was doing, man. He got too excited, dropped the ball. He said, I had to pick that thing up, make sure that he didn't lose it. Watch, Josh Jacobs gets so excited, wants to do the Lambeau leap drop. Look at our boy 8-5. Whoa.
Bro.
That's your touchdown, sir. We need to take that, and we're taking that over the sideline.
And also Jay Money's 50th. And if you caught Josh Jacobs in the locker room, he talked about his first receiving touchdown and, you know, what it meant. And he said he's going to give that ball to Jordan Love because it was his 50th.
And
so tells you a little bit about your teammates, right?
He did say that, Tim, because I heard Matt saying, Matt said, if I know Jordan, he's going to want Josh to have that ball.
Right. So they're both going to be like, no, you have it. No, you have it. You
cut it down the middle. Each of you get half.
What's hilarious too is Josh Jacobs is the one in Tennessee that sprinted from the sideline to get the ball.
And that's what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're building this.
Yeah, crazy. This team is wild.
Building a team, not collecting talent. Bill Belichick 101. Shout out to United Bates for the super chat. Appreciate it, boys. Says hit the like if you love puppies, cheese, freedom, or the Green Bay Packers. No pressure.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Well, thanks for the super chat, Bates. Appreciate you, man. If y'all would hit that like button, we greatly appreciate it. All right, next play. So again, that was Josh Jacobs's first touchdown catch of his career. And what do he have? Like over 40 touchdowns already? Just his first reception, all right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was his first receiving touchdown with the amount of yards. He broke the amount of yards. He was like over 1,500 yards or something like that too.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, so next play, no surprise, it was our PTA player of the week, Eric Wilson. Here's a pass breakup. You're going, why are you showing a pass breakup from a linebacker? Because it happened in the third quarter, 6:59 left on another 3rd and 5 play. These are the plays that kept ending these drives for Houston that were absolutely huge. Green Bay's leading 21-19 at this point. The play call is nickel 4-2-5, double barrel sugar again, cover 3, or 23 blue as coverage, one of the two. All right, you take your pick. Or it's Tampa 2 TE right nickel fire here. Okay, and I mentioned both because sometimes you watch the tape and you go, okay, there's one guy out of place here. Unless the coach has told him you specifically do this, he probably freelance. Surprise, surprise, Jair freelance a little bit. It's my guess. So, again, we're going to go, or it's Tampa 2 TE right. So, the TE right, we talked about it earlier. What you're going to have is the tackle engaging, and Gary's going to loop back into the middle. All right. And Tampa 2, let's see where Eric Wilson is. Eric Wilson's actually going to fade over here and play a mid zone. So, your Tampa 2's got to come from this direction here. So I imagine that your Tampa 2 is quiche on another invert, right?
Yep,
and we're going to fire them.
X is up on the line again.
Yep. And you guys are going, okay, why is there Wilson covering the curl flat? Because we're actually firing Javon Bullard on a nickel blitz.
So the lines are so the zones are just getting bigger, but you still have to cover the same general area. Your just zone is bigger the more rushers you're sending.
Yeah. So the reason I think it might not have been Tampa 2 and actually cover 3 is because you don't see Xavier over here, right? Or not Xavier. You don't see Evan Williams over here. He's closer to that middle third, but
Right.
John just kind of squats on this play. But again, you're going to see there's sugar. And look at that sugar right there, right? So right here, Stroud's going, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential blitzers on this play. Now let's see who actually blitzes. Nickel's blitzing, right? The backers are dropping out. Look at Enigbare. Remember what our boy – so this actually should be 55 drop along with this look. Earlier we were showing 91, Preston Smith dropping, so he's going to do a jab step, and I think he's going to drop into coverage here as well. Yep. Now look at Eric Wilson here. So he's kind of playing that curl flat. And you see what I mean? Like, if this is designed for Xavier to cover deep half over here, I just have a hard time believing that's the call. Invert 2. So I think Ja was supposed to cover here. Thank God Stroud doesn't have time or see it, but butt naked through the trailer park. I believe that's Stephon Diggs right here. You're going to see it because Ja just kind of squats. See what I'm saying? That should have been 6, boys. Am I the only one seeing this?
Yeah.
No,
I see what you're saying. And right there, he looks like he's in a panic mode. Keep playing it for a second.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think Ja was supposed to be playing cover 3, and he's just watching the quarterback, and he's watching that route concept underneath, and he gets cooked there. But thank God, though, watch Eric Wilson, man. Just dude does it all, man. He does it all. Just a hand on it. Bang. Like pass breakups, sacks the quarterback twice, making tackles. I mean, just a phenomenal job. I hate to say it because I love Quay so much, but he really didn't miss a beat without Quay. And that's just – it's tough to accept that. But Eric Wilson is just playing better fundamentally. Much smaller sample size of snaps, no doubt.
Yeah.
But, again, Eric Wilson just making plays, man.
He's the most experienced guy in that linebacker core. He really is. He's our veteran back there, so he played like it for sure on Sunday.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, look at our boy playing deep. He's looking to cover the seam if he needs to. There's no threat there, so he just going to square up. Eric Wilson, great play on the ball. Another third down, shut down this time by Eric Wilson in coverage. Love to see it. All right, so again, Green Bay was leading 21-19. They got the ball back, went 3 and out, led to a Green Bay punt. Now we're going third quarter, 1:56 left, 3rd and 8 at Green Bay's 44-yard line. The Packers are still leading 21-19. We're going nickel, 4-2-5, double barrel again. This time it's cover 1, will mock fire. All right. So both guys are going to fire on this play, on this double barrel look. We're going to roll it forward. You're going to see as they get Stephon Diggs over in place. You can tell it's man coverage because they're following. Now you're showing that double barrel look. Both of these guys this time are blitzing. All right. So they're both going to blitz on this play. You already see 29 Xavier belling out. I think he might be your single high safety on this play. So roll the tape. They're both blitzing, so you're actually bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this play. Notice Edger and Cooper. So Eric Wilson's going to get the sack, but watch Edge run this twist. He's going to smack the center into the guard and free it up for Eric Wilson to come clean. Like, what an unselfish play. Bang in the hip, bang. Never had a chance, man. Never had a chance. Was there any other stunts that I missed there on that play? Did you see any stunting going on there, or was it just a straight-up everybody one gap go? Let's see if we can get eyes on it here again. I love the late sugar, too.
Late, yeah, super late double mug.
So no stunts. Everybody just rushing, right? So
yeah, the only stunt was just that twist between the backers.
Yep. And you see Rashawn Gary pressing the outside of the pocket, Enigbare pressing the outside of the pocket. Everybody knows where the rush lane is. Everybody knows where the rush lane is. And then, of course, you're going to have 56. If he comes clean and he tries to scramble left, 56 is going to be there. And if he tries to tuck it up the middle, you're covered there with Eric Wilson, which he didn't even have a shot to do that. Eric Wilson just bang. I love how C.J. Stroud just laid down too.
Mm-hmm. You know.
See you later. So here you go. Eric Wilson with the sack on a 3rd and 8. Obviously, yeah. So that forces the punt. Green Bay gets the ball back. They punt again. So this defense, man, they had their work cut out for them all day long, and they rose to the occasion all day long. So now we've got 4th quarter, 11:48 left at their own 45-yard line, 2nd and 8. This is the Edgerrin Cooper run stuff. Green Bay's leading 21-19. We showed this on Twitter. We showed on the show last night. We're in a 4-3 over. So you find the tight end side, and the defense is shaded 1 tech, 3 tech, 2 the strong side. All right, that's what over means. So 4-3 over. And I want you to key in on our boy Edgerrin Cooper, how he's going to blow this up. They're going to, I think, do a little cheat motion, and it's going to be a lead block here and a design run outside. But they're never going to get there because Edgerrin Cooper is just going to fire in, and he's not even going to worry about the ball carrier. He's going to attack the blocker and blow him completely up on this play. And again, this is important because it was a 2nd and 8 play that would lead to a 3rd and long where they were going to have to punt. All right, so watch Edgerrin Cooper here. No hesitation. He reads it right here. You know how easy it would be to just go forward, right? Just try to get in the backfield. But he reads the momentum in this lead block out here. So watch him hop outside and meet the block. He's actually going to tackle the ball carrier through the blocker. Bang. Dude's so physical, man. He's so fired up, dude.
Look at him right there. He knows.
Oh, yeah.
He knew he did it.
Because, again, it's designed to have 86 block outside, right? Not only does he take on that hat, he blows up the block.
Yeah, it almost looked like a toss crack because the wide receiver came down and really tried to wall off there. And you're thinking you got numbers. Yep. No siree.
Yeah, and it's all because Edgerrin Cooper just playing aggressiveness. That burst, dude. We kept saying in the offseason, is he gonna show that kind of athleticism? Is he gonna show that kind of instinct that he put on college tape in the pros? You're seeing it every week. Bang. Just a great job, man. Phenomenal job. So, again, there's another rookie stepping up. We showed you earlier Evan Williams with the 2-point conversion stuff. Now you've got rookie linebacker Edgerrin Cooper blowing up that outside run with the lead block. Just phenomenal job.
Houston, 2 of my favorite picks from this draft for sure.
Oh,
Got to be Evan Williams and Edgerrin Cooper for sure.
No doubt about it, man. So Houston would punt, then Green Bay would punt. Houston would drive down, kick a field goal, take the lead 22-21. That's going to lead us to the next play. One of the most important plays of the day. It's a 12-yard pass to Romeo Doubs, who's just money all day long. And let's talk about it here again. 1 minute left in the game. You're at midfield, 50-yard line, okay, or the 49 technically. 2nd and 10 play, and this is Romeo just doing Romeo things again. Now we got him back in his original spot. Boundary X. This is the boundary, the short side of the field. That's what you refer to as the field side, right? So the play call is 11 gun, tray left, T weak, digs, Y post, X slant, T shoot. All right. And here is the play altogether. Digs is real simple. Just going to be a double dig right here. These guys are going to run a double dig together. And then you're going to have Y posts. So find your Y right here is just going to run a post route. So that's going to occupy that single high safety, obviously. And then the X is just going to run a slant route and show off those strong hands. T shoots real simple. It's just diagonal to the sideline underneath. So what you have here, if you're Jordan Love, is you can read the left side, and you've got those 2 digs you can hammer. If for some reason they go 0 or they go split safety, if they're sugaring and it ends up being cover 2, you got a seam shot for the post. And then if they stay in this same look with like a cover 1 man with a single high safety, then you're going to hit Romeo Doubs on that slant. And that's where he goes with the football. Game on the line, think player, not play. That player that Jordan Love thinks about is Romeo Doubs, man, because of those hands. 2nd 10, watch him. Sees the seam, knows it ain't there, middle field close. Doubs, great route, never had a shot, man. Great hands, haul it in. Now you're in field goal range. Congratulations. Romeo Doubs, Tim. Aren't you glad they didn't run him off like some people were screaming?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm totally glad that we were right. We were right. It's okay. We were right not to overreact with that situation. we knew what was our first reaction when we heard about that whole thing was it didn't sound like Romeo Doubs, right? Complaining about not getting targets and all, his involvement in the offense. It just didn't sound like him. And we see time and time again, man, he's about this team. He's about making plays, and he does it without a lot of fanfare. He does it quiet as kept, but he's consistent, and he is the contested catch king. I think him and Tucker Kraft are probably the kings of the contested catch on this offense. And you can't understate how valuable this play right here is. I mean, he ran a really good route, hands on the ball, secures the catch, gets us in field goal range. We don't get a catch there. I don't know how this game ends for us. We needed it.
And Emilio, look at this throwing lane. Like, watch Jordan. Talk about a game of inches. Look at that.
And they've been doing that. They kind of were doing that all game, getting their hands up. I think it was on Josh mic'd up. I think he was talking about punching them. You got to punch them in the stomach when they go up there to try to keep their hands down. But absolute rifle. This is after Romeo ran that deep cross at the beginning, almost through the pick, right? That was Romeo, that first pass. So he went to him, 3 times on this drive? 1 incompletion, 2 catches. That's trust right there. That's, who you're going to in a moment of need. And then poor Tucker Kraft down here, I think the turf monster got him. Whoa.
It did, yep.
Yeah.
I've seen that too, man. On the we got to take it back just for giggles here. Watch Tucker down the seam here. Again, he's going to run that Y post, so you're going to look for him to kind of get skinny down on this post route. And
same one he scored on, basically.
Yeah, watch Tucker. I think he realized, all right, it's middle field close. I'm going to take a break on this play. I'm going to get me a breather.
I'm going to sell this. I'm selling this one.
And he's just
I'm selling the whole route, yeah.
We got a sniper in the stadium, boys. Oh, man. But again, Romeo Doubs stepping up big, man. 2nd and 10 play there for 12 yards. Going to set you up for the game winner, man.
With 50 seconds on the clock, so huge.
Yeah. So, and you guys know what play we're going to end with here, and it's the Brandon McManus 45-yard field goal to win it. And you got to give Daniel Whelan so much credit, man, for handling this snap. We'll see it from the end zone cam. You'll be able to see it a lot clearer, but just a beautiful game winner. Bad snap, but, man, what a great job getting that thing through. You'll see it right here real big time. If you guys didn't watch the show last night, watch Daniel Whelan handle the snap here. You're going to notice that thing is going to hit him in the right knee, and watch him corral this thing, man. Game on the line. Bang, down, laces out, perfect tilt. McManus, too, it kind of looks like, okay, he pulled it to the left a little bit, but look at that pressure coming off the edge, too. He has to hesitate just a touch. He knows exactly where the pressure's coming from. Bang.
You could see it as he leaned into his approach. Kickers are ritualistic, and he has a certain way that he approaches the ball. And you could just see he kind of exaggerated it a little bit to give Whelan time to get that ball down. Right there. See him leaning?
Yep.
And then he takes a step and drives through. So, which is probably why it was a little left. Plus, coming off the his right, the left of the defense. Yep, right in that area. Right as TJ's celebrating, we had a guy that got around that corner there. So, McManus wants that ball left, so it's not going to get blocked.
Is that Zach Tom just sitting there with his elbow down, like laid out with his elbow up, trying to take in the view just to the left of Slayton there? Yeah.
My man over here smoking a stogie. It's Victory Monday, baby. You kidding me? We're on to Victory Monday. There you go. I should have been an artist. Bob Ross Jr. over here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Who?
You know who Bob Ross is. Everybody knows who Bob Ross is.
I just meant you saying that you're an artist.
Fair point. Very fair point. All right, so let's do this. Since we just showed the game winner, let's go to the old X machine here, all right? And a little bonus footage for you guys and gals. Let's see who tweeted this out. Make sure we give credit where credit is due. I thank the bank for the money. Thank God for you. They'll Sawyer Brown for you there, Brooke. Out on the fly. Barks at Gaffa Barks from inside Lambeau Field. Let's go a little full screen here as much as we can. you can see them going down for the Lambeau Leap, obviously. So, again, shout out to @GaffaBarks, who tweeted that out. Ain't nothing like Lambeau, boy, especially for a walk-off win.
You feel that energy right there.
Yes, sir. Man, we got a bunch of people in there. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Thank y'all so much. If you would hit that like button, feel free to share all that good stuff. Yeah, everybody hanging out. This was a fun one, man. This has been one of the more enjoyable Chalk Talks that we've done. It seems like every week we say that, but every week we got, like last week you got kind of that blowout win. You notice leading up to the Cardinals game, you had some of the talking heads going, the Cardinals just beat the 49ers. This could be a trap game, And then they blow the Cardinals out, and it's, the Cardinals are a bad football team. All right. This week you'll know. All right. Those same people, you go out and you get a huge dub against a 5-1 team, top 3, top 5 team in the AFC, and now the talk is Jordan Love too reckless with the football?
Mm-hmm.
They're never going to be happy. So, there you go. All right, to the chat. 2-0 for this. Would you rather drink an entire bottle of Evan Williams in one sitting or take a hit from Evan Williams?
I'll drink the bottle, then take the hit.
Hey, tell your grandkids about it, right, Tim?
There you go.
I like it. Good answer. 2-0 for this. Can I do both? That's what United Bates said. The 2-0.
Oh, of course, the Marine. Of course, he wants to take on both challenges. I like it. Salute the Bates for sure.
Now back to that original super chat. Look at me remembering. TC fan earlier said, "Sorry, I know this is a Chalk Talk, but I was thinking today about what a Romeo Doubs contract would look like. I feel like he's going to want to be paid this offseason. We talked about this going into this current season. I was of the opinion you'd go to both him and Christian Watson and say, hey, let's get a deal worked out. And I was saying to the tune of $10 million per year. Now, listen, the wide receiver market is insane. It's nuts, right? You could go to them with that offering early and tack it onto the end of their rookie deal so those cap hits don't hit until later. Obviously, the Packers, that would be way, way, way out of what they do as far as the norm goes. What do you guys think about that? Because now we're to the point where next year is going to be a contract year for both Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson. It's tough, man, because if those dudes, if they both want wide receiver one money, you're not going to be able to give it to them. You're just not going to be able to do it.
Right.
Do it for at a minimum one, but Goody might not even be willing to give those guys number one wide receiver contract money.
His receiving is tough.
Who's he giving that money to, right? Devontae Adams, right? Remember he gave Devontae Adams that contract extension, top wide receiver, top money. I don't see him doing it for Romeo Doubs. I feel like there's a better chance that he gives that contract to Christian Watson than Romeo Doubs. But what's your all's take on it, man? I know nothing's really cut and dry here. And the reality, too, is they have the rights to those guys. They can also make them sweat it out, play their rookie deal out. If they want to hold out, they want to hold out. Great. All right, just miss your paycheck and continue moving on. But we're a little bit ahead of our skis with the conversation, but I like the question. Let's go around the horn with it.
We keep them both, right? No matter what. I think if anyone's going to maybe play out his rookie deal, they may try to get Scoot to do it just because of the injury history and the availability issues. But he's been banged up all year this year, but he's been available. He's I think Scoot missed one game, I think, so far due to injury.
Right, when he got bent back like a pretzel. Yep.
So and recovered from that pretty quickly, and is contributing in more ways than one out there on the field. I think Rome is a guy that I don't see him, demanding, top tier, massive contract extension kind of thing. I think as long as you don't insult him, I think he's going to probably sign what you put in front of him if he wants to remain here in Green Bay, which I believe he does. I would love to see a scenario where we keep both of them, but and like you said, we're a little early on this conversation, but it's a great question because Rome isn't the only one who's going to want to get paid, and that's what rookie contracts are like in the NFL, right? You really, for a lot of these guys, this is your shot to get that bag, as they say. So I just hope Goody works his magic and we figure this out. We have a plethora of wide receivers on this roster. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's one or the other when it came down to Rome or Scoot. We talked about this 3 years ago when they were drafted, that someday we're going to have this problem of how do we keep all of this talent. And this is evident right here with just bringing up this question.
Yeah. And again, his question is, what would that contract look like? Right. Emilio, what's the top dollar you'd be willing to pay for Romeo Doubs to stay in Green Bay?
It's tough.
Right?
$50 million.
Yeah.
I know my number. And if you go on a per year basis, 10 million is my number for Romeo right now. And he's probably not going to want to hear that because you've got guys that are getting, $25-30 million, right? Yeah. Listen, I love Romeo. He's playing lights out. I had a stat I was going to share. Actually, I got it right here since we're on the conversation. Right here. Bang. Oh, let's drop that super chat down real quick. So NFL Talk tweeted out, Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs over the last 2 games since being suspended, 11 catches, 143 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. Lights out here of lately. But here's what it comes down to. Jordan Love, huge contract. That cap hit's going to be hit, right?
Yep.
You're going to be able to free up cap space moving on from like Preston Smith and some other areas, obviously.
We got to pay Zach Tom, though.
You got to pay Zach Tom. Also, the other big thing for me, you got to make a decision on Quay Walker, too. I put Quay personally in the same – actually a tier lower than like a Romeo Doubs and a Christian Watson. I really do. I put him like a tier lower. Like I'm not paying him starting inside linebacker money. I'm just not going to do it. Not how it sits right now. Romeo is kind of the tough one because he's that go-to guy. I think play or not play in those tough situations. But I'm coming at 10 to 15 million per year is the most I would go. But Emilio, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's probably where I would have landed. What are we going to have? I think I saw somewhere around 50 million maybe in cap space by the time next year comes around. I honestly think that if he could get one out of the 2 signed before, then we'd be in decent shape. But if not, I think he's going to let them both play it out to the very end. I think you're going to see them both work that. I mean, if we have a window, you're going to run them out on that rookie contract. Why pay him, if not? And the other thing that, Goot kind of has in his hand is we have other athletes and weapons at the wide receiver room. So if you're going to say I'm going to hold out, I'm not going to play before I get that, it's going to be kind of tough if your spot gets taken and they keep moving forward. But also I get the other side of it where he just finally got paid and then, dude goes down with the injury, but got that contract. He held out for a reason. He wanted to make sure that he was, taken care of and everything like that, which they got to do, right? It's their job. It's their livelihood. They got to make money too. I get it. So I'm not going to be mad about anybody trying to go get their money. I just would like to keep our, if we could keep our wide receiver room under 30 million, at least on the top 2 or 3, I'd be happy with that. If we could get them both at 12 and somebody at 8 or something like that and go from there, that wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah. And here's the other thing too. You're going to be playing 11 personnel and 12 personnel. So 3 wide receivers on the field or 2 wide receivers on the field. You got Jaden Reed, right? You got Tay Wicks. You're still going to have rights to Malik Heath and Bo Melton. So they could be in the fold for a lot cheaper. It's a tough conversation to have. J. Cole says 12 to 13 million heavy incentive base. The earlier you go to Romeo with an offer, the cheaper it's going to be. Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying, like with him and Christian both. That's why I would be cool with going to both of them. Hey, 10 million per incentive base. You can make a ton of money if you hit these accelerations, on and on. But if it's one of them saying, no, I want 23 million per, I just can't do it, man.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Tough look. So that's the sucky part of the business side of football. But man, I'll tell you, that might be what Romeo was kind of ticked off about too a little bit, was like, hey man, I want to get plenty of opportunities. Don't be taking me off the field because I want to earn my contract too. I want to show you I can be that guy, right? That's gotta be frustrating as a player that the ball's getting spread around so much that you're not getting an opportunity to show your full worth. If that was involved in it. It might have been a lot more minute than they reported, but go ahead.
That may be why an incentive-based contract would be difficult for Goody in this scenario, is just because of the talent pool you have. How are guys going to hit their marks? everybody's playing team ball right now, selfless football. So if you got guys going after, yards or catches or tutters and trying to hit their incentive thresholds, it's going to be tough to do in an offense like this where, everybody touches the ball so much.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's go to the chat. We got some people reacting here. I want to see what they've got to say. Drew D says only the elite wide receivers can hold out. It's a very good point. I love Dobbs, but he isn't that. Yeah, I don't think he would hold out. I don't. That's why I think what Emilio's saying there too is like Goody takes it all the way to the end to prove it all the way to the very end, right?
I don't think Scoot holds out either.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. He doesn't. I think Scoot, if he stays healthy, he's going to crank this thing up. This is just me personally. And you're going to be looking up next year and going, damn, we got to get this guy a contract. Yep. We can't let him go. Because he does, man. I mean, you've seen it earlier. Just that jet motion, 4 defenders cheated to that side of the field. When you stretch the field vertically, if you run a dagger concept, boy, that dig route is wide open, especially if you've got Christian Watson in the 2. I understand the injury stuff. I get it. It's frustrating, so I understand that side of the argument as well. But 2-0 for this says Zach Tom, Tucker Kraft, Romeo Dobbs, and Reed are the ones, in my opinion, are must sign. So with the blueprint that I kind of create teams with, like just, playing around, little mock building of, what was it Lombardi called it? He had a term for it, Amelia. I'm trying to think. Michael Lombardi talked about planning out your team, what have you.
Oh, yeah.
You can't pay more than 2 receivers. You just can't do it.
Right.
You can have
blueprint.
a max. Yeah, the blueprint. A max of 2 wide receivers, right, on a good chunk contract, and everyone else has got to be on those minimums, right? That's just the way that draws out. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you on Tucker.
We found Wicks in the 4th. We found Dobbs in the 4th, 5th. We can make that happen in the future. And now that everybody is coming out as a wide receiver, you're playing 7-on-7 since you're 6. You have a lot of opportunity to catch the ball. So it could be something in the future, and it just is something that churns through. You never know. I feel like maybe we just have to pick a position that we can churn through and lock up the rest. We have Elton. We got Zach Tom. There's a lot on the offense that needs to be paid is the issue.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. We already hit on that. Blah, blah, blah. Coach Lynn, we may need to pay Josh Myers.
Here's the guy.
Coach Lynn, he played well last week, no doubt. I am not paying Josh Myers. That's just me personally, man. Listen.
What if he plays lights out the rest of the year? What if he's out there just, pancaking dudes?
That's what it would take. You know what I mean? If he performed the way he did against Houston, and this is why I like what Coach Lynn says, if he plays the way he did against Houston the rest of the year, I have no problem with re-signing. But, I'm from Kentucky. You got to show me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been ugly. But man, you seen it on that tape there. He was a dog on Sunday. That might be the best game of his career, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. So I get it, Coach. And again, that's how I feel about the center position, tier 2 of importance on offense. It's the only tier 2 of importance on offense for me. That should be their top priority, is finding that center. Now, the reason I'm hesitant on Josh Myers, first of all, you guys know how I feel about it, watching the tape, PFF grades, everything taken into consideration. But the comment was made coming out of 1265 this past year, the center of the future is already in the building. That's what they were told. That's what the Packer insiders were told. So is that Elton? Is that Jacob Monk? Is that, who knows who it is, right? Hell, it could be Sean Ryan. I don't know. But it sounds like when I heard that and it kept getting regurgitated through the sports media in Green Bay, kind of made me feel like, okay, yeah, unless Myers does play lights out, he's probably going to be gone after this year, would be my guess. They'll at least let him test the market. And if he doesn't get $6-7 million on the market, then yeah, go get him, right? Bring him back. I think with his athleticism, though, there's going to be other people that had a really high grade on him coming out of the draft, and they're going to pay him top dollar. So let's see. We'll clean these up real quick and get y'all out of here. Harry Cheese, Dobbs has the surest hands of all the wide receivers. I don't think there's any denying that. I really don't. Drew D says, for me, it's easy. I would much rather have Dobbs than Watson, no question. So Drew D's going with the hands and that boundary X as opposed to the speed and stretch in the field. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Well, and it's a good point because Scoot isn't the only one who can stretch the field for us, right? We've got some guys that have speed. Bo Melton comes to mind, like you said, guys that we have rights to. So I can see if you got to pick one, I could see why he's leaning towards Rome for sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Because I don't know, man. If you put Christian Watson in the boundary X and you just have him playing in that phone booth, you're really not maximizing his superpower, right?
Yep.
So I get
so
it.
True.
2-0 for this win. It with this says Emilio holds out his hands for cannolis. Love it. Absolutely love it. Last thing, we found the origin of they better come out with their piss hot. Now, you guys, the hot piss comments we keep hearing about. Obviously, we play that one that was with Larry McCarron where.
Yeah, our guys better wake up with their piss hot, like I said before. So.
That was not the first time he said it.
That's why he said, like I said before.
Yep. The great Wes Hodkowitz tweeted this out. Totally forgot. A Mike Spofford question elicited the hot piss retort. Hot giggle. Hashtag hot giggle is what he said. But here we go. This is the first time he ever said it.
Any message to the team as you guys make this transition now to like you need to kick off?
Yeah, I said they got to wake up with their piss hot. So, you just got to be ready to go, and that's reality. That is the way it is.
Just one get his piss hot.
It's just a mentality. It's a mentality.
How does one get his piss hot? Is what Rob asked.
Yeah,
mentality. So
it's practice preparation equals game readiness. That's how they get their piss hot.
Yeah. Or you just look at this picture right here. That's all it takes.
That's all you need right there, man. And then we found the origins of Jair Alexander's celebration. I don't know, guys. This is the first time hearing of this. I missed this completely. Everybody's saying it's a seat belt, right? Strap City, right? Putting the seat. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you guys. Get up on your slang.
Do it for me, Emilio.
He's sitting in a rocket chair, right? You got to strap him in with the seatbelt. Is that what you're talking about?
No, he's saying like Strap City, like, get the strap.
Yeah.
Figure it out, right? He said it's a sword. There are many weapons.
Yeah.
But he said it's a sword, I guess, right?
Yeah. So here's what Jair said originally about the celebration.
People call it the seatbelt celebration.
Seatbelt? No, it's a sword.
That's what I was.
It's a sword. It's a sword.
It's a sword. You can be strapped up with a sword.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right,
you'd be strapped up with pepper spray, whatever. He's just what it is.
When he's doing the whole, is he putting the sword back in the sheath?
Yeah. It's probably a two-hander, long sword.
Yeah,
gladiator using a shield.
See, I'm old enough to remember the Nick Barnett days where he would come out swinging the sword and then put it back over the back, right?
Wow.
So, same thing.
Yeah, but Barnett was using the shield. Remember, he had a club on his hand half the time. He couldn't use his other hand to grab that sword.
I remember that.
So he's got two hands on that thing. It's like his lightsaber.
You guys remember the Nick Barnett mouthpiece too? Do y'all remember that?
Yep.
That was the best. I'm gonna show you real quick, and we'll get out.
Man, Nick Barnett, man, miss that guy.
Yeah, his mouthpiece was awesome. If you guys have never seen this,
what do you wear? 56, right? We got another dog at 56 now.
Yep.
My man, he was a dog. He was middle linebacker for a long time. He ended up getting hurt. I think he might have, believe it or not, actually been on the roster when they won the Super Bowl. I didn't know that till the other day. Somebody mentioned it, but let's see. They trying to get me to accept cookies here. Ain't gonna happen, buddy. Ain't gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen to my computer if I click yes. No, sir.
I'm not going to. So quit asking.
See if we can get this up here. So there it is. Yeah, that was the mouthpiece he wore back in the day. Can you see it? Woo!
Yeah.
Loved it, man. Loved it. Had the vampire hair going too.
I was just gonna say, it looked like Eddie Murphy, Vampire in Brooklyn, right?
This show sucks. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. We went a little long, but Chalk Talk's always a blast. I can't believe there's this many people still watching. Yeah, I need y'all to get a life, man. Don't depend on us for entertainment. You're going to be let down time and time again. So, Emilio, Tim, y'all got anything else, man?
Nothing. Chalk Talk Tuesday as always.
Yeah,
man. It was fun, dude. Fun. So tomorrow we'll be back with the injury reports. Obviously, we've got a bunch of other stuff queued up. A lot of really cool stats coming down the way here for Jordan Love. Things that, he's been mentioned with names like Dan Marino and others. Pretty wild statistics. So obviously it's going to be a fun ride here as we get on into the season. So that being said, Tim, help me out, man.
Oh, no. Oh, there it is.
For those of you listening on the pod,
Tim, I got to do it to you.
Sit your butt outside.
Hey, thank you for making us part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world and go pack up.
Heard it from